Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on the main map. So for example, if I go to the inventory menu, which contains all these menus, skills, inventory, and here we are going to work on the map widget. So when I go to the map tab, you can see the map. And if I press map, also we can go to the map as well. And if I press map again, we can exit that. So yeah, so we are going to implement the basic flow of how to go into the map, how to add this map image. It's just another widget which use the map image, same map image that we are using for the minimap as well. Yeah, and yeah, these are the things we are going to work on today. But in the upcoming episodes, we are going to work on how to implement this, like zoom in, pan in, and how to show different waypoints, markers, all those things in the map as within the map. But as this episode, we are just going to create a widget with the map image and integrate it into this menu system that we have, and how to bring it up with the key. Those are the things we are going to focus on today. So before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. And here to the date, there are over 2000 videos. For each video, project files are available. You can also become a member and download all the projects. And here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave links to everything in description below. Right, so this is what we have right now. So what I want to do is, when I go to this menu, when I press map button, I should see the main map. That's the basic idea for the main map I have. Okay, so the first thing would be to create a map widget. So let's create one. Here, let's go to the map and markers, user interface, widget blueprint. I'll choose user widget, WBP. Oh, I was using WTG here. Okay, let's call it main map. Right, now here first I'll add a canvas panel. Okay, and then under this let's just add the map image. Maybe we would need a material, so let's create one. Main map. But for now, maybe let's just not use a material. I'll just use the image only, like this. And oh, I don't see the image here. That's fine. Let's use one of these images that we have created. So we can dynamically change the image anyway, not going to be a problem. So this should be a 1-to-1. This is a square map. So size, let's do something like this, 1000 by 1000, and anchor to the middle, 0.5, 0.5, and 0, 0. Now it's in the middle. Now in this style, as you can see, it does not look very good. Map. Let me rename this map image. Anyway, that is fine for now. I'll keep it like this. Now let's go to our main UI, WDG main UI, and here I'll add under this widget switcher, I'll add the main map. So we can just implement the flow. Yeah, now this is how it looks. And as you can see, these menu items are not very clear. But that's fine, we will fix it. Now to implement switching into the map, here if I, for example, check this skills tab button, if you go to the on button click, you can see I'm using this highlight tab button and the click button, and then I call this switch to skills menu, which is a function implemented in the HUD. So let me open my HUD, pp HUD, and here we have this interface functions, switch to skills menu. Similar to this, let me open this interface. I'll add another function. So this is something I did a couple years ago, started doing it. So because of that, I'm going to stick into this pattern. But if I am to do this today, I might be using a common UI based and activatable widgets for this. But for now, maybe it's not a good idea to try to refactor everything into common UI. So I'm just going to stick with the older method that I implemented. Okay, now compile this. Here let's implement switch to main map. So we gonna need this variable, and where do I set this? Initialize this. Yeah, here. From here we can get, this is menu Y, get, oh, it's no, I don't remember why did I had to implement this get skill tree, because I was able to already access it directly. But yeah, maybe I would need that somewhere else. But anyway, let's promote this to a variable main map. Alright, now here is this get main map to validated get, and I'll use this main UI switch widget and pass this. Now let's use this function and bind it to the, that is main UI, bind it to map button. I'll do this highlight tab button, pass it, and get player controller, get HUD. Actually, I could use get on in play as well. Switch to main map. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, see, now we are in the map image. We have the map, but it does not look very good. Still, it's fine. It's working. Now let's do something about how to make it more clear. So I made this texture in Photoshop. I just used a brush and painted it. So now I'm gonna export this top stripe and bottom stripe. Maybe just one is enough. This is 70. Okay, this should be fine. Let's export this. Here it is. Top stripe. I'll add it to my main UI. UI and add it here. This is page stripe top. I'll anchor it like this. Right. Okay. It should be below. It apps like this. Okay, now this should I think this should appear in the main game as well. Yeah, this is not something I want, but it would log here like this. It's a bit too much actually. Here we can reduce the size. Now I need to make these visible only when these tabs are visible. So we can find references of this. Yeah, here. All right, let me make this variable. It's already a variable. Add it here too. Okay, by default they should be invisible. Yep, now it appears. Now when I go to the map, see, it's nicely this part is hidden nicely, so we can clearly see these options. Okay, great. Yeah. Now another thing is here, this level, it looks above now. It's fine. I just want to check if this appears below this. But in any way, if you want to make sure it's always above, here you can set this character level. When you add it, you can make it 1. So it should appear above the other stuff. Yeah, see? Okay, now for the down part also, let's add the other strip, which I made here. Okay. The bottom stripe. See, I imported it. Oh yeah, here. The bottom stripe. Main UI. Add it next to that. Page stripe. Bottom. By default, it should be collapsed or hidden. I'll anchor it to the bottom. And 160. I need to use it here as well. Okay, see, now we have a bottom strap as well. Nice. Okay, now the next thing is I want to bring up the map when I press the key M. So to do that, here I'll add a new input action. IA map. So I can leave the default settings, and in IMC default I'll add IA map and at the key M. Now I have implemented these type of input actions in the pose stage. This stage object that I have, which I show all the things like inventory for the character. So here, if I go to the event graph, you can see enhanced input action IA skill tree. So this is what I use when I press I. In the same way, I'll IA map. Call this. Let's add a comment. This has become a bit of a mess, as I can see. Skill tree. Okay, we don't need this now. And this open map. And here, instead of this, I can call switch to map, main map. All right, now let's see. Press M. Oh, it comes and goes. So I'll choose, just like here, this started event instead of triggered. M. Yeah, we have the map. Great. Now, if I want, I can switch to other tabs as well. Okay. All right. So that's the basic setup for the map. Next time, let's work on how to do things like pan in, zoom in, and also how to show all these characters and other icons. Just like in the minimap, we need to see them in the main map as well. So let's look into those things in upcoming episodes. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.